Hey, is this thing on? Hi. My voice cracked right at the beginning. Hey. How you doing? Welcome to a live stream. Adam does movies. Hit sensational YouTube channel and on Rumble and on Apple Podcasts. And I don't need to list them all off. I'm everywhere. You should subscribe somewhere. I think this is also on Twitch. So yeah, you can check me out on Twitch as well and use that free Amazon Prime sub thingy over there. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can sub there and watch me there. I just broke my glasses yesterday, so now they're in pieces, but I think it's just a tiny little screw. Any glasses stands out there, let me know if I can take this into my glasses place and they'll just repair it for free. That would be ideal. If I could just go in and say, "Sir," with tears in my eyes, "can you please repair my glasses frame?" We can still pop it in, but it's inconvenient. Let's see. Guys, I have to let you know, super chats are the name of the game, especially if you want to see. I have the Stranger Things recaps held hostage right now. Man, have they underperformed. After the first couple, I feel like the Stranger Things hype died down. Had I jumped on it a week earlier, we'd be swimming in cash and subscribers, but now I feel the ship has sailed and the ship has failed. So I'm looking for $30 $10 super chats. Keep in mind YouTube takes about 35 to 40% of that cut. There is a bullseye up at the top. You can hit that bad boy and say, "Here you go, Adam." Otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot going on. I did a review. What happened here? I did a review for Bone Temple. If you want to get your bone on, if you want to be part of the Boneyard with me, you can check out that review. It's spoiler free. I will have a spoiler-filled video coming up shortly. I'm also putting together a top 10 most anticipated movies for 2026. Let's keep the positivity going. I had a couple positive films this year already. Would like to keep that mindset going in before the inevitable shovelware garbage comes out sooner than later. Otherwise, yeah, this is just a hangout, a chat for an hour or so, depending on how fired up people are, and we go from there. So feel free to chat away, and I'll chat with you. Rob says, "Ah, darn, I like the Stranger Things recaps." Well, if people fund it, then I'll keep going. I also noticed, it's possible I can still carry on because YouTube did put out a message today saying that the revenue for the last week and a half has been undercalculated. So they're going to actually change those numbers. So maybe I'll wake up tomorrow like fucking Charlie from Willy Wonka. "I got a golden ticket," and all my recap videos double in the revenue they made. Then I would say, okay, that's a little better than the piss poor performance they have so far. It is pretty crazy. Adam, you on roids, bro? No, I've actually lost no, my arms they're pretty skinny these days. I've lost I'd say a decent chunk of muscle mass in the last year and a half. 43, I'm no spring chicken. It's harder to keep the gains up. I did get that Huel sponsorship. I'm a little annoyed at their PR marketing team. I was supposed to do a 1-minute ad for them. I ended up doing a almost 2-minute ad for them out of the goodness of my shart. And they had one flagged note that said I didn't say super green energy drink. I just said super energy drink or something. Again, I did an almost 2-minute video and I mentioned a million great things about the vitamins and the health benefits. You're going to get hung up on one fucking word. So they want me to do a community post now too on top of the video. So look for that. Look for the community post apology for Huel, but I did really like their stuff, and I have been drinking the shakes before I work out, so that does have 35 grams of protein or something. Protein is definitely the buzzword for 2026. I see it everywhere. Protein bowls at Chipotle. They're putting protein on fucking chip bags. It's nuts. I'm new to Rumble. Hopefully they pay me too, unlike YouTube. Undead Nerd, good luck getting paid by Rumble. Their payout not only is incredibly inconsistent, but it's also abysmally bad. Unless you get some sort of a deal with them to do custom ads, you're not going to make dick over there. On top of the roids thing, the only thing I've ever taken in my life was creatine for about 2 weeks from like GMC or whatever, GNC, not the vehicle, GNC, the weightlifting place where you get shakes and shit, powders. I tried it for a couple weeks. The only thing I noticed is that I was losing hair at a rapid pace. Not noticeably on the top of my head, but anytime I took a shower, there were seriously like a good chunk of hair on the ground. It was scary. I was like, what the fuck is... I was like the chick from The Craft whose hair starts coming out. I cut the creatine because that was the only thing I changed in my diet. And within just a few days, I was only seeing 1 or 2 strands on the ground. So it was back to normal. But that was kind of scary. Yeah, something wrong. Something wrong there. Are you going to review Melania? Oh my God, I'm going to review the fuck out of that movie. It's going to be hilarious. I think Amazon Prime paid $40 million for that or something insane. A normal documentary is like $1 million at the most. Insane. Yeah, I'm 43. It's a sad state of affairs over here. Losing hair is a strong selling point. I know. Yeah, you know what? I honestly think that is why, well, I don't know what The Rock is. It could be genetically a thing too, but I do think a lot of that has to do with probably a fuck ton of the different drugs he put in his system to get to no man normally looks like the tanks you see in Hollywood films or the pro wrestlers or whatnot out there. Those guys are using a lot of different performance enhancing drugs and supplements and whatever to get that way. It's just, there's nothing natural about it. Did you see the Killer Chimp movie? I did. I reviewed it a week and a half, 2 weeks ago on the channel. Primitive, I believe you're referring to. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Hey, Adam, do you recognize me from past streams? I do recognize Mr. Nice Guy. It's been a minute. It's okay, Adam. I'm 37 in a few weeks. I feel your pain. Hang on to your 30s. They're precious. I mean, my eyes have gone in the last year. Everything's very blurry. You could chalk it up to looking at a computer screen, but I think it's just, I mean, in your 40s, they say most people, the eyes start to go. And that's where I'm at, which is a shame. It's really a shame. Oh, primate. Did I say primitive? I meant primate. Sorry about that. What's your opinions on the Jason Statham Transporter trilogy? To me, they are stupid but fun films. I love Transporter 1 and 2, especially 2. It's the perfect amount of schlocky, over-the-top action. I thought 3 was pretty bad. Because 3 kind of just basically turned into Crank again. Yeah, 2 was the peak. I can feel 50 creeping up on me. Whew. That's rough. That's rough. But with it comes knowledge and prestige or something. This is the year for video game films. Super Mario, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Silent Hill, and supposedly House of the Dead. Oh God, remember the last House of the Dead movie? That was bad. Is there a video game you want to see live action you haven't seen? Well, also there's Zelda, but maybe that doesn't come out this year. I think there's a couple other ones. Is there a video game... Did you put Mortal Kombat 2? That comes out this year. Is there a video game you want to see live action you haven't seen yet? I'd have to noodle upon it for a second. I think there's a God of War TV series coming out too. Good luck making that work. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite video games that I would like to see ruined as a movie, because 9 times out of 10 they're pretty atrocious. I'll probably have to get back to you on that. I can't off the top of my dick think of anything that springs to mind as far as a video game movie. Although I am playing through, you know what? I'm obsessed with Silksong, Hollow Knight sequel. If they did like a beautiful animated version of Hollow Knight or Hollow Knight and Silksong, that would be awesome. But you have to do it right. You have to make this a beautiful looking animated flick, get some great voice work, or maybe keep it pretty quiet for the most part, make it a musical sort of a thing. I think they could do something pretty badass with that. Get the Studio Ghibli people involved. Actually, I want to see a Detroit Become Human TV show. That'd be pretty badass. Sure, I could see that. If they make a live action Kirby, I'd want to see Jason Statham as the voice. No, you got to get Vin Diesel. Hey, I'm Kirby. Or it's just like, hey, just does the Kirby voice. Hey. It's lonely over here. Also, Twitch. Did I say the wrong thing? It's Twitch, right? I'm on Twitch TV. I haven't been over there. It's Twitch. holding down the fort over here. Yeah, nobody watches me on Twitch. I don't think there's any sort of I don't think the search results on Twitch are anything great for like discovering new people. You basically have to be like rated or something. Am I not seeing super chats, or have there truly been 0 super chats? This might be a record amount of time to not have received one. I'm not complaining. I'm just honestly shocked. I might need to get rid of that banner, because that's just embarrassing then if there is not a single super chat. Love you, Adam. Your style of humor definitely reminds me of Norm Macdonald. Oh, that's a compliment. I love Norm Macdonald. Tax refund ain't come in yet, boss. Yeah, I know. Everybody's poor from the holidays and just life in general. I understand. I'm in the same boat as you. Hence me sad about not getting super chats. Time to annoy Adam. Remember Godzilla -1. That doesn't annoy me. I got a large amount of subscribers from that video. I think they appreciated my honesty and putting myself out there and having a differing opinion, even if it wasn't a popular one. Granted, I did not think it was fun when people sent me literal photos of their shit and death threats and set up Reddit accounts and multiple Twitter threads full of people saying I suck. That wasn't great, but I just kind of ignored most of it after, a day or two. Like, oh, I don't need to read this. They'll go away and move on to hating someone else. And they did. Have you seen Wake Up Dead Man yet? Loved that movie. I did not see Wake Up Dead Man. Oh my fucking God, it's just a monster movie. Tell me about it. Like, holy crap, it was ridiculous. Adam, do you think Gareth Evans should direct a Tekken movie? Is it Gareth Evans or Gareth? Is that his name? Gareth Evans. I thought it was Gareth. It is Gareth Evans. Oh, this isn't the guy I was thinking of even. Who the hell was I thinking of? There's a different Gareth, isn't there? Director Gareth. It's Edwards, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah, Gareth Edwards. He did The Creator and Rogue One. Gareth Evans did the Raid movies. All right, let's get back to your actual question now that I've completely lost the plot. Do you think Gareth Evans should direct a Tekken movie after Warner Brothers fumbled with not hiring him for Mortal Kombat 1 and 2? Well, after seeing Havoc, I'm not sure he should direct anything until he figures his life out, because that movie was awful. I don't know. I mean, does anybody have a big craving for a Tekken movie? I guess. I mean, I would be fine with him doing that. I don't have, like, Tekken's up there for me, like Killer Instinct. Kind of a C-class fighter in my eyes. I know Tekken's very popular and the fighting community really likes it, but it never really did anything for me. Although I thought the panda bear or whatever, the grizzly bear that was in it was pretty cool. It was cool that there was like giant animals you could play as. I was more of a Soul Calibur man. Did you ever watch the Dead Island cinematic, Edwards? Really? Oh, that was awesome, with like the girl that was crying in the room and the camera like pushes into her eye, into the tear, and it was really dramatic. And then the Dead Island game came out. It was like this super colorful, poppy, nothing like the dramatic trailer we got. That was wild. Adam, are you going to continue to do the Fallout recaps? No, David Lee, because nobody watched my first Fallout review for season 2. No one watched it. It got like a couple thousand views. It was YouTube has this nice feature where they tell you just how terribly your video's performing, and they'll tell you how good a video is performing as well. And they will even rank the new video off of the last 10 that you uploaded. So if I upload a video tomorrow, it'll say this video's ranked 3 out of your last 10 in popularity, which is pretty sweet. And then if you click into the details, after about a day, it'll say this video's performing 20% worse than your others, or something to that nature. So if I were to go out to Fallout, well, I could do it actually right now, I can tell you. Let's go to Fallout. I'm not caught up on Fallout either. I'm like 4 episodes back, because honestly, I've been busy and it hasn't been high on my priority list. Let's search Fallout. Season 2 Fallout Episode 1 recap. Subscribers are choosing to watch this video less often than usual, contributing to 22% fewer views. It only made me $18. And that was a, how long is this video? Some folks might say, well, $18 isn't bad. Well, it is when it takes several hours to make a video. You know, if you've watched the show, my videos aren't like these lives where I just kind of talk out of my ass for an hour or so. They're very, very heavily edited, and I often put a bunch of video clips in to my own detriment, I suppose. But yeah, I want the product to be somewhat quality and engaging. That's the goal. So $18 is just very, very sad to me. And sadly, those Stranger Things recaps are not doing a whole lot better, and those took way longer to make. I mean, I think the last one I made maybe $30 off of a video that was 20-some minutes long, heavily edited with clips and jokes. Meanwhile, I could put out a Byler69 parody video tomorrow talking about the documentary on Stranger Things and the controversies, and I probably could pull down 60,000 views in 24 hours. And that's super depressing. And I only don't do it because I don't want to completely confuse my audience as to what this channel is. Oh, we got some super chats in. See, if you cry hard enough, they will come. Random Guy with the first blood, $4.99. Thank you, Random Guy. If lightsabers were real, I'd imagine they would utilize laser-induced plasma with a little magnetic confinement for ultra precision, among other things. Oh my God. Love the random facts. Gotta love them. Michael for $1.99. Thank you. HT, I think JC should share his avatar tech F makers. This is verbatim. I don't know what half of that meant. What is HT? I don't know what the kids abbreviate these days. I think JC, of course, short for Jesus Christ, possibly James Cameron, should share his Avatech, which is like a shorthand for Avatar, to F makers to fuck makers. He might mean filmmakers, but I think I know what I'm saying here. I just don't know what I truly don't know what HT is. Something thought? Honest thought. Is HT honest thought? I think I cracked the code. For $4.99, thank you, Simba is Life 5982, not to be confused with Simba is Life 5981. Why do you think you get so many super chats compared to creators a lot bigger than you? Ironic question, considering I have 4 today in 22 minutes. I don't know. Do I get more than no? When I see live streams, it's usually a bunch of dudes, like 5 or 6 guys talking about movies or movie adjacent things. And they're not talking directly to their audience. They're usually just talking with each other. So there isn't really an incentive for people to leave super chats, especially if they don't really take the time to like properly respond or give them a shout out or feature their video on the live stream. If it's kind of an afterthought at the end where they quickly run them off, or if they're just like, oh, we got a $4.99 for so-and-so. I got the whole Minnesota Nice thing going on. So when I get a super chat, I like very much try to thank the person every time. And I do see other people in the space that get super chats and they just read the chat off and they don't give a thank you. That like annoys me. I don't know why. I think it's etiquette to just read them off and not really make a thing of it, but I appreciate it. I want to let people know. Those are a couple of my thoughts why. I see my battery is at 7%. We're really everything's a tinderbox right now. Laptop's upstairs. I got to go for a second. I'll be right back. What? I'm getting my charger. They can hear you talking though. I made it. I made it back. Shot out of a cannon. Watso MD for 20 powerful dollars. Does $20 cheer you up? It certainly brightens the night. Thank you, Watso MD. Rob for $5. Thank you, Rob. Love the Stranger Things recap reviews. Say one nice thing about Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin was there for Will in his time of need. She helped him to find his true self and to be open with others about it in probably the worst time he could have done it. But still, she was there for him. She's a solid friend. And I guess we'll have that. We'll have that with her. And everything else about her is absolute annoying garbage. Adamgasm, yes. Adamgasms have been happening lately during the recraps. Do you get more money if I watch the same video several times? Love the Stranger Things recraps. I really don't know. I suppose if you're getting an ad, then maybe. There's also the YouTube rev share where if you're a YouTube subscriber, like a YouTube premium member, I guess, I get like pennies from that. I really don't know how it works. It's pretty pathetic. Oh, I gotta catch up. I'm like way behind. Adam needs a technical difficulties card. Oh, that's a great idea. I should design one. I'll try to work one up and have it, ready to go when I inevitably forget my charger or I need to get some water or just something. Things happen all the time. We need to purchase Adam a second charger. I just didn't have it down here. I I actually do have two chargers because what I end up doing a lot is I will take my computer on the go and I'll go work at a coffee shop, as most of you know, and I will inevitably always once a week for months forget that goddamn charger at home. And so I will be out with a battery that's at like 50%, and I get, I'll drive for like 20 minutes to the coffee shop, and then I'll have to turn around after like 45 minutes or an hour, because when you're editing video, it takes up so much more bandwidth on that machine. That battery depletes quickly. So I did eventually purchase a second battery, and then ironically, the first battery charger, computer charger, the cable frayed to a point where it really doesn't charge anymore. So now I am down to one once more. I should really just, get on the horn with work and be like, hey, I need another charger. And they'd be like, oh yeah, we have like 50 here at the office if you want to come in and get it. It's about a 30-minute drive. And then I'll be like, oh God, I don't think I can drive all the way in there. And then drive 20 minutes to the Starbucks or whatever. Targaryen Boss 4042 for $4.99. Thank you, Targaryen. To piggyback off the super chat question, compared to the other movie reviewers, you get a ton more, especially on live streams like New Year's. Over 500. Well, that's awesome. I chalk it up to be like just having a great community. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I do think that some of the other channels maybe don't go live as much as I do, where they just do one-on-ones. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I don't go live enough. I don't know, but it's great to see for sure. Random Guy's back for $4.99. Thank you as always. Speaking of TV shows, I would definitely recommend Twilight of the Gods and Ragnarok, both on Netflix, and far more accurate to Norse mythology than the MCU. Well, he didn't say pew, he said MCU. I have a fun video in the works, which is going to include Doomsday. I'm going to be giving my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2026. Doomsday's on there, but not because I'm excited for it. It's because I'm super pumped to see what the hell kind of disaster they come up with. Maybe it'll be great, but I have a feeling, I have an inkling deep in my bones that it's going to be a complete and utter train wreck. Then again, I thought that 28 years later, The Bone Temple was going to be awful, and that one turned out being pretty good, pretty entertaining. WatsoMD's back for 10 more bucks. Thank you, sir. What is your opinion on what happened to all life in Dimension X? Where are all the demo creatures and vines just chilling far away from Vecna? My guess is as good as the Duffer Brothers, because they just chose not to even address them at all. Same with the demo bats. That was a one-time, one and done sort of a situation. I think I just chalk it up to they were very overtaxed. They were under pressure. They got way too bloated with the script, and they could not handle all the cast and all the different kind of mythos they built up. And they decided to kind of just lazify the finale and just go with an MCU-esque final boss battle, cram everything in there at once, and they I don't know, they fucked up. That's the bottom line, is they really screwed the pooch on this. I think the demo creatures were just down in the Upside Down. They didn't make it up to Planet Vecna. They didn't head on up to Dimension X. Maybe they didn't have a way up there. I mean, I don't think it would have been too hard for I call him Vecna, Vidi, the Diddy Vecna. He goes up there to his Vidi Island, and he's like, oh shit, I didn't like do an escalator for the Demogorgon. They have no way up. And he's just looking down at him like, I'll be back for you. We'll figure it out. I'll get Will up here. He can build a vine bridge or something. I love you. I love you. You complete me. Something like that. From the top rope, Lone Wolf times 6. Lone Wolf X6 for $10. Thank you. Seeing hype for these 3 movies. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Obsession, and The Rivals of Umzai King? Umzaya King? Umzaya King. I don't know. Looks like it got released for August 21st. Has Cody mentioned them to you yet? I know he saw early. Cody has not mentioned them to me yet. I don't talk to Cody that often. I mean, I think we're going to be on Rudy. Rudy's having a podcast in a week and a half. Well, not this Monday, but the following. And Cody and I and Rudy are going to have a 3-way powwow for about an hour and a half, talking life, talking wives, talking kids, talking jobs, talking everything, you know, not even just movie based. It's going to be kind of a life podcast. That should be a good time. I'm excited for that. But no, I mean, I really don't chat with Sean or Cody that often, although I did talk to Rudy today on the phone. I called him up from Gen X Reviews. Awesome guy. And I just wanted to shoot the shit for a little bit. Planet Green Screen killed me. Hilarious. Good. I really do want to continue doing them. It's just, I mean, they do take a lot of time. It just kind of sucks. Because, like, first I have to watch the whole episode. A lot of them are over an hour. And I'm pausing constantly because the recaps are the only videos that I do jokes for. Like, I write everything down ahead of time. It's all scripted. And then I will throw out a couple things that pop in my head as I'm recording it. So the video, watching it's an hour or so, writing the script, another, half hour on top of that. So we have an hour and a half. Then I have to film it, which takes a good hour every time because I'm trying new things. I'm trying to get the delivery right. And then we edit, and the editing can take, I shit you not, 4 hours easily just to cut through all my crap, get all the footage from the episode, and make sure every stupid ass clip is 3 seconds or less, because that seems to be the magic bullet that keeps the YouTube bots from crawling my video and flagging it for copyright infringement. I found 3 seconds or less with no audio seals the deal. Although I still ran into issues with Alien Earth when I covered that show. I did get some flags from time to time, so it's not a perfect approach, but I would say it works 90% of the time. Unfortunately, there's only a 50% chance of that. Naked Gun reference, I believe. Hey, King Cold. Eggers is my new favorite filmmaker. I believe I have an upcoming movie for 2026 on my most anticipated list from Eggers. If he's doing the new Werewolf, I might be confusing him with a different director. And I hated Nosferatu. I just did not like that movie. So Eggers is very hit and miss if he's the Nosferatu director. Nosferatu director. Yeah, it is. Okay, Robert Eggers. Yeah. He's hit and miss for me. But I always appreciate him putting his own kind of twist on things, even if I don't agree. I just made a podcast, / at the cinema. Feel free for anyone to want to join. That's a long name, Elijah. I would just go with / at the cinema. I would cut off the feel free for anyone to want to join. That seems desperate for a title of a podcast. Just keep it simple. And then anyone that wants to join, feel free to go over to / at the cinema. Oh, I see what you did. That wasn't the whole title. I see. Sometimes I realize I'm coming off really dry, and I feel like people don't know I'm joking when I do that stuff. That was a joke. What's up, Adam Does, from Josh Giannarino. What's up, Josh G? Nosferatu was fantastic. How fucking dare you, Rob? You know I didn't like that movie. Why are you drilling a stake into my heart? I'm glad you liked it. That castle looks like Hogwarts. Well, it's Hogwarts, one word, capital H. Sean Sheridan, 123. And it is Hogwarts from the hit film and book franchise Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Oh, guys, you should see my new Christmas gift from the wife. Check this out. You'll see it better on the... You might have spotted it, actually, on my last video. My review for Bone Temple. This guy was in the background. Let me bring him up. Gizmo. I got the Lego Gizmo with the 3D glasses. It doesn't know how to find him in the frame. Yeah, he's a good dude. He sits back here now. Oh shit! Hang on. Gizmo almost bought the farm. Gizmo almost just went completely wrecked. You would have saw a murderer live. I would have held my poor boy in my arms like, it's okay. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. Sorry. Sometimes I just bust into random Aerosmith songs from the hit film Armageddon. From 1990. No, I don't know the year. What year did Armageddon come out? Let's see if we can figure this one out. I feel like I was in high school still. I'm going to go with 2001. Copyright from Steven Tyler. 2001. I'm hearing 98, 99, and getting 98, 99. I think it was 98. Okay, I'm going to Google it. Armageddon release. Oh, no. Wait, just putting in 1998 was the answer. I was way off with 2001. What was I smoking? It was 98. My buddy Matt, if he's in the chat, he's really good with dates when it comes to movies. He can tell you, I mean, you can set your watch to his dates. I think I had missed a super chat. It looks like it's a smaller one. Shot out of a fucking cannon with $50 from Chooch Biggins. God, that's a good name. Chooch Biggins? Your Jurassic World Rebirth, you mean Afterbirth, review made me laugh so hard I blew out my taint. Good form, sir. That's good. I like that. That's a very picturesque thing to think about. And I know when I make my videos, at the end of the day, if I haven't blown out your sphincter, I haven't done my job. Thank you for that beautiful, powerful super chat. No one's seen a super chat like it before. It's amazing. Adam's been smoking that Rockin' Robin strain. You better believe it, Buster. When did Volcano and Dante's Peak come out? It would have been... Man, okay, so Armageddon, were they pre-Armageddon? Yeah, they had to have been. I'm going to say Volcano came out in 96. 96 feels right. And Dante's was maybe the same year. It came out after, I think, but I want to say they were the same year. 96 feels right. When did Volcano volcano movie come out? 97! I was so close! So was Dante's the same year? Yep, 97. Oh my god. February of 97. So did Dante's come out first then? Interesting. Avatar 2 and 3 are pretty much the same movie. Yeah, I've been saying that to people because someone was like, I didn't see Avatar 2. I didn't even know a third movie was out. And I was like, well, you don't need to see 2. Just go to 3. It's the better of the 2 movies, and then you don't really miss anything. Adam, you should do a banner so people know about the Super Chat goal, smiley face. I had one up earlier. Maybe you know that, but I got rid of it because I was embarrassed because no Super Chats were coming in. The Super Chat banner is back up. It's in full effect. We've got, I mean, these ones count towards the goal already. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Super Chats for over $10 or $10 or more. So with that math, 29, 28, 27, 20, 26 more to go. We're basically there. Sean with the $2 funny money Super Chat. Thank you. Who is your all-time favorite director? My all-time favorite director is Steven Spielbergian. I'm a big fan of Steve Spiel. Short for Steven Spielberg. I will admit that his movies as of late haven't really tickled my fancy, but he does have a new alien-ish film coming out this year. It's on my anticipated list, so I'm very excited. But he's given me so many childhood memories and greats that I just can't, I couldn't put anyone over him. David Fincher was my favorite director. Like, he was trending that way because he had so many fucking awesome movies in a row with Seven, Fight Club, The Game, Panic Room, Zodiac, Benjamin Button. He missed in the middle there at some point. But, I mean, overall, he was killing it. And then Netflix got a hold of him, and then it was just game over. Unfortunately, it's been game over for him. Christopher Nolan's also, I mean, I have a lot of directors I like a lot. It's just Spielberg's my favorite. I really wish James Cameron would make something new. He did. He just made Avatar 3. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do too. I feel like I'm slowly dying because he hasn't given me anything of interest in like 30 years. I believe you mean Signor Spielbergo. Yes, the guy hired to make Mr. Burns' short film. I was thinking that as I was talking, and then I butchered it, so I just moved on. You knew what I was doing. Peacock Sucker Punch for $2 of whatever the NZ... What is NZ money? New Zealand? Innuendo about intercourse is not funny and gross. Okay. I disagree. I think it's incredibly funny, but I appreciate the $2. Lone Wolf X, $5. Thank you. Have you seen The Pit yet? It kept me up till 4 a.m. last night. I'm impressed. My wife has been churning through it. She's on season 2. My mother texted me the other day. My phone's up here. Actually, I have my messages on my computer. Let me see what she said from Mom. This is how my mom talks in text. It's incredibly matter-of-fact and to the point, which I appreciate because I'm not much of a texter myself. Did you get your tooth fixed today? Followed by, do you watch The Pit? I respond, yep, I got it fixed. Really wonderful stuff. Lindsay's watching The Pit, thinks she's on season 2. My mom put a ha-ha response, and then she says, it's really good. We just started. I saw Noah W. won the Golden Globe for the show, in which I replied, oh, nice. End of conversation. It's we're very, very to the point like that. I have not watched it, but my mom, Cindy, gives it the stamp of approval. Watso for $10, thank you. Have you noticed an uptick in viewers when you wear the infamous wig? I have very much noticed an uptick in viewers when Byler69 puts out a video. Let's take a look at the clickbait videos and how they did compared to my regular videos where I put more work and effort in. Let's see how Byler69's doing. So my Stranger Things recap that took me roughly 6 hours got 6,375 views with 150 comments of admiration and appreciation. My Stranger Things 5 Chapter 9 Bombshell News, which was a parody video, got 13,362 views with 195 comments, some of them confused, thinking Byler was a real person. Some of them think Byler is a dreamer and should get his head out of the sand. It's not going to happen. And some people understood that it was a parody character. The other time I did Byler, I did him one other time. Where was it? Oh, yes. So my Primate review got 16,971 views. Not too shabby. Stranger Things 5 Episode 2 recap, 7,000 views. Not great, but not too bad. I mean, for the work I put in, it was bad. Stranger Things Chapter 9 major update from Byler. Or Byler, whatever the fuck his name is. 42,000 views. 42,000 views for that video, which was absolute garbage. That's where the world is at. Porto Geekin for $5. That's good. I like that. It's interesting how Avatar 3 continues to make money, yet it's barely in the conversation anymore. A phenomenon with the whole franchise, really. Yeah, the rides is essentially what it comes down to. This keeps breaking. The Avatar movies are rides. You experience it in the theaters, and if you miss out on it, you will never see it because they suck at home. Because you lose the 3D, you lose the spectacle, you lose the sound, you lose the magic of being there with a bunch of other idiots. They truly are movie experiences you can only have on the screen. Now, for someone like me, it's not enough anymore to get the pretty 3D visuals. I need some story to go along with this 3-hour tour, or 3.5 hours, whatever it is. But I get why people love them. I get why people love to experience them once and then not really think about them or talk about them again, because there's really not much to talk about. It is truly an interesting case, though, of we have this massive franchise that pretty much comes out of the sewers every 4 or 5 years. I mean, the first one has like a 10-year hiatus, I think, maybe longer. It makes massive amounts of money, and then it really is out of the conversation. Now, there is the Avatar Pandora Land at Disney, at not Magic Kingdom, it's at Animal Kingdom. And it really is amazing when you go over there. You have like the simulated floating mountain range and all that stuff, and you have the Flight of the Na'vi, which is a phenomenal ride, and then that dumb boat rafting ride that sucks, but you wait just as long for it. It's a cool area that could definitely be expanded, and I think they are expanding it. There is expansions going on at one of the Disney locations. But outside of that, like I don't see people wearing like Avatar t-shirts or hats or quoting the movies, or there's not really a ton of things that reference the films in pop culture. They really are just lightning in a bottle every time because we know what these movies are now. We got a $5 from Kyle Harlow. Thank you, sir. I voted for Mr. Burns' film. Why? Let's just say it moved me to a bigger house. Uh-oh. I said the loud part quiet and the quiet part loud. That's such a good episode. That's kind of awesome that Zoe Saldana is the biggest box office draw of all time now. Yeah, I know. Her and ScarJo just keep fighting for that. I think... Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of like misinformation about what Jurassic Park is doing next, or Jurassic World. I'm hearing things that they're going to continue on with ScarJo's character, and then I'm hearing other things that they're going to start over completely. Who knows? But if ScarJo's back in the Jurassic World, then she's going to rise to the top once again. Zoe and her are just going to really go back and forth with these two massive franchises, plus the Avengers. I would imagine, though, because it seems like Black Widow's dead, although they might bring her back in a flashback or something, so then she'll get paid for that too. But Zoe at least has Gamora 2.0, so she's going to make money off of Avengers. Lone Wolf for $2, thank you. Doomsday box office will be interesting. Yes, if they really keep those the same weekend. I'm not so sure they're going to, but yeah, that would be fun. Watso ND for $10. Thank you, Watso. Adam, friends don't lie. You will watch Avatar 4 to see more of Varang's ass on the big screen. That's true. Varang really has... she's really caught the attention of me and I think a lot of other perverts out there. She has brought Avatar into the conversation for the first time, just to see what kind of wild antics she'll come up with next. We love our Varang. Did Watso leave two $10 super chats that are the same? Probably a mistake, but I appreciate it, and thank you. Thoughts on Sebastian and ScarJo in Batman 2? Lone Wolf asked for $2. Thank you. Is Sebastian Stan? Is he? I didn't know he was in Batman 2. I think I heard that ScarJo was going to be in it. I love both of them as actors, especially just looking at her. She's my favorite to look at. So I'm good with that. I'm good with both of those picks in whatever form they show up in. Unless ScarJo's voicing Clayface, then maybe not so much. Oh wait, Clayface is going to be a standalone, right? Standalone movie or something. I'm guessing ScarJo is Scarlett Johansson. Yes, she is. She is. And J-Law is Jennifer Lawrence, and J-Lo is Jennifer Lopez. These are things that you learn. This is what you learn over time in the industry. It's very, very heavy stuff. And T. Cruz is Tom Cruise, but no one calls him that but me. T. Cruz, T. Money, TC. Will the fast-forward gesture you did for Stranger Things be featured in more videos? Please say yes. I've been doing the fast-forward far before the Stranger Things recaps. I've probably done the fast-forward a good 7 or 8 times, but possibly a dozen. I dare leap out and say a baker's dozen. I don't know. I don't keep track of how many times I do the reoccurring jokes, but the fast-forward has been utilized, and the rewind has been done, I believe, 2 times, kind of the where I back up, the Ace Ventura style. Hey Adam, it might be funny if you did a recap video for The Pit Season 2 without having watched Season 1. You could guess what happened. Byler is so dumb, the online ship, not the Adam character. Like, obviously Mike wasn't gay. These people are delusional. I know, but let them have their little fantasy spots online. It's mostly harmless, I think. I think I know why I found your channel. I like your humor. Well, good. Good. I wish that more people liked my humor and were able to find my channel that way. Are you going to review that new Star Trek Starfleet Academy that starts tomorrow? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that something I should waste my time with? Star Trek Starfleet Academy. God, what fresh hell is this? Looks like a lot of good-looking, like 20-somethings. This is like the new class. What in the hell is this? Are they doing like a Riverdale meets Star Trek? Holly Hunter's in it, though. I don't know any of these people. Paul Giamatti's in this? Okay, well, we don't have all youngsters, but then there's a bunch of youngsters. Zoe Steiner, Carice Brooks, Sandro Rosta, Mary Weissman. Who are these people? Bella Shepherd, that sounds familiar. Do I know this person? No, I don't think I've ever seen her before in my life either. Huh. Has good recrap potential. But doesn't Paramount own the StarCrap? I probably won't be able to access. That's like the only app I do not pay for. Although there's a guy I can request pretty much anything I want from, so I guess I could do the request thing. But if it's a Paramount show, like so many people don't have Paramount Plus, I don't know how well that would be received, like from a viewer standpoint. Again, I can try an episode. I can dabble in one episode, especially if I watch it and I see some humor potential. Part of the Rat Pack for $4.99, late to chat. In the UK, saw the Bone Temple, mentally screamed inside, "What are we doing here?" Like your review. Didn't rate the movie. It is so insane, isn't it? It is an insane movie. But I found myself having a great time watching it, also being incredibly confused by the tone. I don't know. I did not like the last one at all. 28 years later, frustrated me beyond belief, mainly because it was just so different from the previous two, and I hated that. I didn't like the structure or the characters, and so I guess time mends some wounds, and I went into this one pretty chips are down, and I came out thinking, like, I had a lot of fun with this movie. That doesn't mean it's necessarily good, but I did give it a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I stand by that. I could watch it again. I get entertainment out of it, and it has the potential for something great in the final film. But what a weird series this has turned out. Bimonial Shreddy, $4.99. Thank you. Might be too personal, but have you and your wife ever considered divorce? My wife doesn't want to get one, but I feel we have drifted apart. Damn, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yes, there was a point. I think Connor wasn't born yet. It was after Olivia. Maybe Connor was born, actually. We were living in our big lake house. It was our first home that we owned. And I remember I was like working to the bone. She was home all day with the two little kids. We were stressed beyond belief. Financially, we were struggling. That really hasn't changed, honestly. And it's really hard with one income or two incomes with my YouTube job and my real job. But the kids are older now, so life's easier in that respect in some ways. I'm rambling. Anyway, yes, we did have we had a very bad fight, aired our grievances. It got pretty bad. I remember calling my mom, and she kind of walked me off of a ledge. But yeah, there was a point where it seemed like we were done, and it was just a really bad fight. And the next day, we were fully healed up, and we've never, ever, in the course of however many years it's been, had anything remotely like that again. So yeah, stress plays a massive part in it. Having a couple little kids, having a job where you're undervalued and underpaid and overworked doesn't help anything. And then, you know, if you're the wife and you're home all day with these kids and you need a release, it's tough. It's very straining on the relationship. But yeah, we got through it, and now, I mean, I think it helps that we've been friends since high school. We're high school sweethearts. We've been through it all together. We moved to Arizona before we were married. We were engaged, I believe. Before we moved out, I engaged to her, or I proposed. But we did live together prior to marriage, which I also think is that's maybe something worth thinking about, because living with someone is a huge step. So you might want to do that before you pop the question, because people can be pretty messy. I was the messy one. She's a clean freak, but now we're both pretty clean individuals. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that from you, dude. I hope it works out. You just got to ask yourself, are you going to be happier with her or without her? And that goes both ways. And you really have to think on that for a second. Like, picture what your life would be long term without her, if it makes sense. If you're miserable and fighting all the time, she doesn't bring you joy ever. If she doesn't build you up, if you don't build her up. I mean, it doesn't hurt to just own, even if you're wrong in the scenario, it doesn't hurt to just go home, maybe pick up some flowers and give her a big hug and just be like, I want to make this work. But I don't know your scenario. Anyway, I appreciate the question, and no, there's really nothing too personal or off limits for me. $20 from community theme creator. Stranger Things Chapter 5 recap, please. Thank you for the beautiful $20 super chat, shot out of a cannon after I just went on that long-winded God knows what. What is your monthly streaming and cable bills in total? I don't know. My cable bill, I don't pay for cable. I haven't in like a decade, I feel like. Streaming is tricky because I do get a decent amount of them for free now from the Critics' Choice, whatever it's called. I'm a CC member, a Critics' Choice member. So they do give us HBO Max, Peacock, I think Netflix, maybe Disney, Hulu. I don't know. They don't give me Paramount. And Apple Plus, I think, came with our T-Mobile plan. So, yeah, it's kind of all over the place. But I feel like I don't pay too much for the streaming apps at this point. They're kind of handled somehow through some deal somewhere. Lone Wolf for $5 more. Thank you. Interesting. Mike Flanagan wrote Clayface, but not directing it due to scheduling conflicts, so James Watkins is directing it instead. Good choice or miss? James Watkins. That name does not stand out to me. He did Speak No Evil, which was not great in my opinion. He did. Let's look at his catalog. Let's look at the cat, short for catalog. I complain about IMDb every time I go on it, but I hate the layout of this now. I don't know any of his movies. I did not see the Ipcris Files, McMafia, Black Mirror. He did one episode. The Take, The Woman in Black, and Eden Lake. I don't know what any of those films are, except for Speak No Evil. So I guess I can't really tell you if it's good or bad. I mean, Speak No Evil was perfectly fine, like from a competently directed standpoint. I see no issue with it. It was a pretty looking movie, so yeah, it could be fine. Please do more short films, skits like the zombie one you did. Thank you. Abelish Panda 5758. I apologize, I can't pronounce that. For 100, whatever that thing is, I assume that translates to 1,000 American dollars, in which case I really appreciate it. I want to do more films and skits. It got really fucking cold out here, and I realized I don't have a lot of people to do skits with, and you know, like filming myself doing the kind of like documentary style things is fun for a little bit, but then it becomes kind of the same thing over and over. And the whole point for that film channel, the Adam Does Films, is to showcase some variety of what I can do on my own with no budget, and it just makes some fun skits and videos. And hasn't been a lot of time lately for me to get creative, and I'm honestly just not feeling those creative juices at the moment. That said, I did do that skit for gayer things, which I thought was very funny. And I wasn't making fun of Will being gay. I was making fun of just the scenario that took place in the episode because I found it just hilariously stupid and out of place for an 80s, 80s like setting. And at the time when he did it, it was just so dumb. I thought that was pretty great, and that did make the rounds online for a while. Some people were reacting to it and seemed to enjoy it. I would love to do more stuff like that, jumping on trends, busting out the green screen, and putting myself into movie scenarios. If I can find something that hits, that would be great. And that video did well. That one got almost 80,000 views within like 2 days. Bimonial's back. Sad Harry's back for $4.99. I appreciate your response more than you will ever know. I'm going to see if we can make it work. Thanks again for being so raw with your answer. Thank you. I appreciate you putting yourself out there. I really do hope the best for you. So let me know how it goes. If her name's Hermione, then she definitely is a keeper. $10 from Watso. Thank you, Watso. Have you watched One Last Adventure, The Destruction of Stranger Things Season 5? It made me cry with the cast more than the actual show. I did not watch it. I was going to watch it and do another video on it because the recaps were underperforming, and I didn't want this to become like a Stranger Things channel. I didn't check it out. I had to prioritize other things. I am curious to watch it, though. I heard good things, but it was like 2 hours long. I got time for that stuff. I got Bone Temple to watch. Lid for $10. Thank you. Come on, The Strangers chapter. The Stranger Things. Still amazing. I love that you're on other podcasts. Looking forward to the new merch, which I hope is coming soon. Oh, thank you for ordering the new merch. Yes, I have merch. There's the Strong Female Leads. There's the Infinite Wisdom shirt. There's one where I'm in the Jaws poster. I designed them all. I think they're very lovely t-shirts. I have a couple of them myself. Sean Roberts says, you're new to me, but really enjoyed the work. Keep it up. Rockin' Robin. Dee-da-lee. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin, I really want you to die. Go fuck yourself. Mercy looks like big budget War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. Yeah, I know. I saw one trailer for Mercy. It looks terrible. What is Chris Pratt doing in this? The Pluribus skit was great. Thank you. I wish I would have done that as a full video, like, because I did it, I think, as a vertical only for the phone. I don't know why I made it just a short and didn't do a full widescreen version. I don't know if anybody's talking about Pluribus anymore, so it's probably not worth redoing it. Did you see the Razzies the other day? No, I didn't know the Razzies was still even in existence. I imagine War of the Worlds swept it. Oh, we got my boy Michael the Movie Man in here for $2. Lego Master Season 6 coming this year, baby. Wait, there was a Season 5? I think we're a couple seasons behind if they're on 6. Does Hulu have Season 5? Hosted by Nick Cannon. How dare you? No. You're joking, right? Lego Masters Season 6. Don't tell me this is true. What? Nick Cannon replaces Will Arnett, who left due to scheduling conflicts. What in the world? How do you go from Will Arnett to Nick Cannon? What kind of transition is that? What a weird choice. Now you cut me, Shrek. You cut me deep. The Australian Lego Masters is the best one. What? There's different versions of Lego Masters? What? Australian Lego Masters. What is happening? There is. Where to stream? Tubi for free. I can watch Australian Lego Masters. 5 seasons? What is going on? In the business, we call that a downgrade. Yes, I agree. Was Nick Cannon the one that was married to Mariah Carey for a while? Are they still married? Is Mariah Carey married? I have a lot of questions for Google. The algorithm's going to have absolutely no idea how to handle whatever I'm putting out next. Nick Cannon, he was, yep. For $2, are you a Tim Robinson fan, Adam? LOL. Is Tim Robinson the comedian? Tim Robinson. Everything you ask, I'm Googling. Oh, yes, he was. I have never seen any of his stand-up, if he is even a stand-up comedian. I actually don't know. I saw him in Friendship, and I enjoyed him in that. And I think that's all I've seen him in. Unless he did the SNL skit where he's like George Washington or someone, and he's talking about the different measurements, and that skit's genius. Is that Tim Robinson? I don't even know if he's supposed to be George Washington. I think he's just a general. Tim Robinson SNL skit. I don't know if that's him. I don't think that's him. Yeah, that's Nate Bargatze. Okay. I think I saw a Nate Bargatze stand up, and that was pretty funny. Very dry. I haven't seen The Chair Company. I saw that showed up for some of the movies he's been in. Thoughts on Ocean's 14? Well, I love Ocean's 11. Ocean's 12 is absolute dog shit. Ocean's 13, I still don't know if I ever watched that thing into completion, but I remember thinking it was okay, the stuff I watched. So for Ocean's 14, it's a big fat I don't care. Could be fine. Although the last time I saw George Clooney and Brad Pitt together, it was pretty brutal, and that was Wolves. Not Wolves, Wolves on Apple Plus. They had great chemistry, but the movie just wasn't very good. Adam, Deep Blue Sea or the Meg? That is the easiest question I could ever possibly answer. Deep Blue Sea kicks ass. The Meg is meh at best. I mean, you can't go wrong with a little blue. Little Deep Blue Sea in your life is a great thing. Deep Blue Sea is my second favorite shark movie after Jaws. That's a fun fact for you. Name some of your favorite books. I don't read a ton, but I would say Lord of the Flies is a favorite of mine. It seems to be just as relevant today as it was when it was created. I would say I'm a massive fan of Harry Potter. I don't care if that makes me sound like a 14-year-old girl, but I think the Harry Potter franchise is great books. I like Percy Jackson. Most of the books I read were to my kids, and Goosebumps when I was younger. There was a huge swath of time where I didn't read much of anything. I really like the Jurassic Park, both those books by Michael Crichton. I like all of Michael Crichton's books. I've read most of them. He's a very cinematically, driven writer. He writes books that could be turned into movies, essentially. He did one called Prey, Prey. I think that was one of his last books. There's another like young adult series called Fablehaven, which is very solid. A lot of people slept on Fablehaven, but that one's really good. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know a ton of, like I've read a lot of the like lame popular ones like the Da Vinci Code and shit, but I don't have any. I'm not the guy to turn to when it comes to high book reading by any means. Michael Crichton pirate book was bad. Really, really bad. I don't know if the pirate book. Probably a good thing. Ever read Redwall books to your kids? No, I don't know Redwall. I do want to read Project Hail Mary. I was told not to look at any trailers for that film, and I have not yet. I'm going in blind. Did I say Jurassic Pirate, or are you making a joke off something else? I meant Jurassic Park if I said Jurassic Pirate. Jurassic Pirate sounds awesome, though. How did we make out on this super chat thing? Let me look where we're at right now. I feel like we got a decent amount in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this one's $50. I'm going to count this as 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because that's a $20 one. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, this is a new one. From Sheety7523, I'm going to count the 1 cent off. I'm graduating from high school this year and was wondering if you have any idea why marriage doesn't seem as permanent with the younger generation. Seems high school sweethearts aren't a thing anymore. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. My wife and I have talked about this quite a bit over the years. Like, our generation and generations before were really hammered with the whole gotta get married, gotta have kids, gotta do, gotta get a house, gotta get a car. Like, it was such a universal trademark of a successful person to have like the nuclear family. The boy, the girl, the dog, the white picket fence, the whole 9 yards. And as you get older, you find out it's all bullshit. And a lot of these people aren't happy. They get married and have kids, and they cheat on each other, and they do get divorced, or they stay in it and they're not happy together. So maybe it's less important to the younger generation because they're woke and they see the bullshit going on with their parents. And I say that as a somewhat of a joke, but I also say that as a completely serious statement because I consider myself a somewhat woke individual that does look around and go, you know what? This is all kind of a bunch of fucking shit. Why is it that this asshole is making like $1 billion a year because he was born into wealth, and then that wealth just kind of adds on to itself because it's in a stock market that was given to him at birth, and then people over here have absolutely nothing to their name, and they're treated as like the villain outcasts for coming and trying to make a better life for themselves. Like, there's a lot of ways you can look at things and become jaded and cynical. And so marriage is just another one of those kind of things that we're brought into thinking is like the end game. Like, you got to get married, you got to have kids. That makes you a person, that makes you complete and whole. I know a few single guys out there, older than me, that love their life and they wouldn't trade it for the world. And I raise my kids to say, like, just be fucking happy. I don't care if you get married. I don't care if you are making $1 million or if you just have like some low-end job, that as long as you're getting enjoyment and fulfillment in your day-to-day, it means nothing to me otherwise. Like, that's what it's all about. You could die tomorrow. I I have a niece that died at 4. It's a tragedy. It is really hard. I have a father who died before he saw his 40th birthday. Kind of shapes a person over time. I was 16 at the time. My relatives, my stepbrothers lost their mom to cancer before they got out of high school. So we're in it together. We know that loss. And so, yeah, there are marriages out there that are strong and amazing, and I think that's sadly the exception to the rule, though. I mean, even in my father's side of the family, big family, nine kids, all married. Some of them got divorced because one of them was living a double life, cheating on the other person. One or two of them, I think, not so sure they're the happiest couple together. But because of their religion and because how they were hammered into their head that they had to stay together and be married. Otherwise, what is that going to look like to the outside world? How awful. If they ever brought shame to the family name, to the crest. It's all kind of bullshit. So, I try not to judge others in their life choices, and I just say, do you. You let me work on myself over here. I'm figuring out my life. I'm navigating things still. And you do you. I mean, I'm not the person to look to when it comes to financial advice or really advice on anything in general. I moved to South Carolina 3 years ago, got myself in a world of debt just from traveling across the country 2 different times in 3 years. That's $16,000 accrued one way. That's a lot of money. So, yeah, I don't know. We just live your best life and try not to be an asshole. What was the question even? Oh, about, younger generations. I think they just, they get it a little bit more. They see how the world works and that not necessarily the greatest thing in the world to get married and like locked into a house you're basically stuck in for the rest of your life with a person you might not be happy with, especially when you're in your 20s or even your 30s and you're still very much seeing the world and seeing what's out there. I lost the other part of my glasses again. Let me grab them. Thank you for the super chat. $2 from Lone Wolf. I yell infinite wisdom now in my house thanks to Adam. Oh, see, this is what I mean. That's not good for anyone. What are you saying? I hope it's not like, hey Jenny, did you decide in your infinite wisdom to not break down any of the cardboard boxes before you threw them in the garage in the 20-degree temp outside so that I could go out and break them down later? Thought that was a good idea? Thought that was fun? We got Panda. We're saying Panda for $100 again, $1,000 translation in the money. Hey Adam, why don't you review movie franchises like Friday the 13th? They're fun and campy and bad. Well, the focus to really grow the channel here is to review new movies. Anytime I really review old movies, they're just not in the algorithm and they're not going to get picked up. Not to say I can't do the roasts or the recraps. I was doing roasts for a while. Those do okay. Much like the Stranger Things recraps, though, they take a lot of time because I'm showing a lot of video clips and I'm writing scripts for those. But I do see that they're more evergreen content. So, like Twilight, I'll still get comments from time to time on those roasts. And that's always fun to see. And those pick up some pennies here and there. So I'm not necessarily against doing some of the older movies and kind of roasting them. I think these keep coming off. I got to get these in. I think I will probably rebrand roasts in general as recraps because I don't want to have 2 different titles for things. It's confusing for people. And it's essentially the same thing. I am recapping the movie front to back and making jokes. And recrap seems more my brand than the more generic roast does. So if I do it, I could definitely see some of those later Friday the 13th or Jason movies being on there. When you get old with no children, who's going to look after you? Well, AI and robots, obviously. Jason Goes to Hell is the worst movie ever made, arguably. Watso for $10 again. Thank you, Watso. Did you get my Facebook message about my/your year in review? Thanks for a great 2025 again. I don't go on Facebook. I hate Facebook. I recently activated an account that probably has 2 followers. I haven't looked. And I think I posted a total of 1 or 2 of my Instagram reels there since it's just automatic. No, I did not look at your Facebook message. If you want to message me, use Instagram or the stupid X Twitter thing. I get those a lot easier, but Instagram works. I can look at Facebook now that you mentioned it, though, but I did not see that yet. Adam, could you do a monthly movie news video so I don't have to put up with John Campea or Grace Randolph? Don't they do daily news though? I guess I could do a monthly one. That's a lot of work. That's a lot for me to... So Campea has a whole team of people that probably find him the news things to report on. I don't know what the fuck Grace Randolph does. I haven't seen her in years. Well, I haven't seen either of them in years, but I know Campea has a team. I'm just me. And I wouldn't even know how to approach that. It just seemed like it would be a lot of extra work on my part. I used to just kind of do it here on the live, but also anything you guys want to chat about movie related, I kind of go through it. Lone Wolf for $2. This is Sandpit Turtle. I don't know that reference. This is Sandpit Turtle. A popular misheard... Oh, shit. I lost it. A popular misheard lyric from the Bring Me the Horizon song, Shadow Moses. I like Bring Me the Horizon. I did not ever hear This is Sandpit Turtle. Bring Me the Horizon, though, is a sweet band. Hey, Adam, in your Sabiduria Infinita translation, Infinite Wisdom, which sounds more feasible for a film channel if I want to make a living? Video essays or standard candid movie reviews? If you want to make a living, neither. Because it's going to take you a year to grow anything out on YouTube, maybe even longer. I mean, because, you remember you have to hit the thresholds to even make money on YouTube, which means 1,000 subscribers and thousands of watch hours. I can't remember how many watch hours it needs to be in a couple months, 4,000 watch hours, I believe. And then you can be eligible for monetization. And then at that point, you're probably only going to make a couple bucks a video, if that even. That's being generous. That's if you're getting 500 or 600 views, you might get $1 or $2. As far as what you should focus on, video essays obviously take way more time to do. I don't know how popular video essays are these days, and there's probably some people that are very good at them and kind of have the market cornered pretty heavily, unless you're very confident in your writing, your speaking, and the audio quality going into it. And just keep in mind, there's a lot of editing you're going to have to do. So I would say candid movie reviews is going to be the easier way. And then from there, niche down even further and do maybe just movie reviews on 80s action films or upcoming movies in a specific genre. A lot of people do horror films because horror is very popular, especially online. I got to stop fidgeting with these glasses or I'm going to break them completely off. Jesus Christ. What are we doing here anymore? There we go. I assume that's rupees from Panda again. Thank you for that. Can you do a Chris Stuckman impression? Sure. I don't watch his stuff though, so I'm just gonna go off of memory from like the 8 years ago when I saw something from him. Hey guys, it's Chris Stuckman here. Just got back from the new film, insert movie title here. I saw it about a week ahead of time because it was featured in a movie theater about 4 hours away. I drove over there. I had a nice conversation with the director who was on hand. We talked about the film, the trials, the tribulations getting it made. The movie was shot and edited actually over a year ago, but couldn't find funding, so it was nice of him to get that support and see his vision on the big screen. This type of movie was my childhood. I grew up watching these types of films, so seeing that really play out on the big screen was quite an amazing experience for me. I only wish it was longer because the experience was so magical and fun. It couldn't be too long. Now I'd like to talk to you about the sponsor of this video, clickbait casino-driven game for your phone. And there you have it. Again, I haven't watched his stuff, so that might have been completely off. Rudy, Gen X Reviews. I talked about him earlier in this video, how we had a very lovely chat. Hey, Adam, I love you. That is all. Subscribe to Gen X Reviews. Rudy's awesome. That is all. Am I on the right channel? Why is Chris Stuckman here? Where's Adam? Needs even more deadpan. I was trying to go low energy, but I can't Stuckmanize myself to that level. It's hard making movies. A lot goes into it that people I don't think realize. It's easy to criticize a bad film. It's hard to appreciate a bad film for all the work and talent and time it takes. Just getting a film made is a monumental achievement that many take for granted. 1 million views. Lone Wolf, can you do a Jeremy Jahns impression? Ooh, he's pretty high energy. Let me see. I don't watch any of these guys. I just know I'm familiar with them in the olden days. What's up, guys? I'm here to talk about insert movie here. I'm Jeremy Jahns. You can see the screen. There's a picture, the poster of the movie in the corner. That's the movie I'm going to be talking about. Here's my old-timey intro from like 1995. Movie title. All right, you ever been to a movie and there's like a chick way over there and she's eating popcorn? She's like, when you're like, oh my God, why can't you just shut up so I can watch the movie? Anyway, she's eating popcorn, you're watching the movie, and here's the sponsor for the video. Talk about the sponsor for 3 minutes straight. All right, I'm going to spend 2 more minutes on the video. I'm going to be really chillax, so it doesn't really matter what I'm saying because I have a cool cadence about me. I'm very laissez-faire. I'm very relaxed. Everything I say is kind of like eating at McDonald's. It's not the greatest, most insightful, in-depth commentary, but you know what you're going to get, and you're going to get a good meal at the end of the day. All right, make sure to hit the subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I give this one no alcohol required or something. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Panda's back for 100,000 more dollars, baby. Yes! Megadeth's final album is around the corner. Thoughts and prediction. I remember you said you were a big fan. I don't know if I'd say a big fan. I'm a fan, though, of Megadeth. I like the Megadeth. I couldn't tell you the titles for a lot of their albums or anything like that. I mean, there's Countdown to Extinction and there's like Risk and some of those, but I like their music. He's got such a distinct voice and style. But yeah, I'm excited for the new album. I'll definitely give it a listen for sure. I feel like that is one band. They have so many freaking albums that I really should go back and like go through all their albums and make that perfect greatest hits Spotify playlist that I do for most of the bands I like. I've been going through and listening to a lot of Billy Talent again. I love my Canadian band Billy Talent. Fan-fucking-tastic. And I got a beautiful greatest hits on Spotify for them. Some are saying it's the best greatest hits to ever be created. People are telling me that. They come up to me, tears in their eyes, and they say, "Sir, this is the greatest Spotify playlist ever for Billy Talent." And I say, "Yes, of course. Get away from me. I don't know you." $10 from Cody Garcia, killing it with the super chats now. We started out weak, but we are ending strong. We might get those Stranger Things recaps after all, baby. When is the next roast? Also, have you ever done stand-up? Your timing is amazing. No, I've never done stand-up. I can never get out of my chair. Dad jokes. Subscribe. Yeah, it would. I mean, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you, so you won't be able to see me after I'm done talking. Back in the day, we had these things called malls, and in the malls you would have scouts. That's how popular malls were. There would be scouts that would scout for talent. Who's the best looking kid here? Who's someone we can use for a Levi's ad? Who's someone we can sucker to sign up for our course, pay a few $1,000s, and be part of some like star search bullshit? And I got suckered into one of those things. My brother and I got suckered into one of those things. Probably the most embarrassing thing we ever did. I believe my wife came along. She was just my girlfriend at the time. And my mom came along. And then I think she realized, yeah, we're getting played, before we had to plop down any money. But essentially, some ladies called my brother and I over, and they're like, "You guys got a good look. You ever thought about going into acting?" And I was like, I actually wouldn't mind trying my hand at stand-up. And keep in mind, I'm 17 at the time, 18 maybe. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm very young and impressionable. And so we had to go to this casting call thing that was at like a Hilton Suites Plaza, like a ballroom or something, or just like one of the like shitty rooms, not the nice ones. And there was maybe like 20 people in there with chairs, and they were auditioning for different fake things. And then you had the people running it like, interesting, yes, okay. And so I had to get up there, and I had to do my monologue, my little like couple minute stand-up thing. It was, I'm sure, absolutely atrocious. I don't even know how I got through it. It was really embarrassing. I think I talked about how malls should, like, it was like some Jerry Seinfeld shit, like malls should have lanes for the slow walkers and the fast walkers, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. But yeah, that was a tragedy. That was my 9/11. How do you manage your personal life, YouTube life, love life, dad life, and keep your hair awesome and worship Robin from Stranger Things? Life. Thank you, Young Blaze 5 Bones. What is my battery on my camera, by the way, is dangerously low as well. I might have to... I love how I didn't bring my computer bag down. I just grabbed the plug for my computer, but not my phone. I've been playing with fire all night. We're at 10% battery. We're okay. How do I manage it? It's messy, for sure. It's messy. My daily routine at this point now is I wake up around 6 or 6:30, whenever my body just naturally wakes up. I go downstairs. I have 1 hour to myself, sometimes an hour and a half, depending on how early I wake up. Although I do have to go to the bathroom in the morning, so now we're back down to like an hour. I get myself a coffee from my little machine over there. I have one of those Keurigs. Pop the pod in. I'm in like Flynn. And then I play my hour of, Silk Song these days. I'm all in on Silk. I'm all in on the song. I play Silk Song or Fortnite, whatever I'm feeling like. Connor goes off to school. Then I greet him when he wakes up from his slumber around 8:15. And then Olivia will go to school. And then Lindsay and I will go work out around that time. Sometimes her classes, she does the like classes and shit. She's like moving around with people and doing stuff. And I'm just like, 1, 2. I'm doing like the lazy man's weights over here. And so we'll do that for an hour. Sometimes she'll do 2 classes. I'll come home and then pick her up later. And then from there, I have to actually do my job. So then I will spend a good swath of time, like 4 hours doing work for my day job where I edit videos or do graphic design or do a web design. I don't do a lot of that anymore. Code. I do some web coding these days. Just whatever, wearing a lot of different hats at work as a senior front-end designer and web developer. And then typically around 12:31, I'll eat something. And then usually around 3, I'm wrapping up my day job. I'm very fast at work. I can get shit done very quickly. Sometimes I'll put off some of that work until like late at night at like 10. I'll do some more. But then around 3 or 4 is when I get cooking on this channel, and I will review something, or I'll go watch a movie in theaters, and then I'll come home and review it at like 7. I'll hang out with the family for dinner. Usually we'll watch an episode of Breaking Bad, because that's what we're watching right now as a family. And then from like 9 to 11, I'll do some editing, or I'll do some filming, or I'll watch a movie with Lindsay in bed, whatever's streaming. So it's really just, it's a shit show. And then some days at work is really light, so I can use more of that time to do my YouTube stuff. Sometimes work's really heavy, so I have less time. And then Saturday and Sunday, I always leave one day fully for the family. We go do something, have a good day together. And then one of the days on the weekend, it's usually like dedicated to get shit batched for the week. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot going on. And then I'm also like doing all the running and like grocery shopping and like helping get the kids dropped off places. It's a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't answer. What is the next roast? When is the next roast? Well, I think, guys, with the super chats tonight, we're probably going to get the recap for Stranger Things sooner than later. Maybe even tomorrow. Probably Friday. All right, final challenge. Sean or Cody for $2. Ooh, that's tough. They're both very different. I can't really answer because I don't actually watch either of their videos, and that's not a knock on them. I laid out my day-to-day. I really have no time to watch any other movie reviewers. I love them both equally, though, like brothers from another mother, though. They're great guys. With the little bit I've talked and hung out with them. So, do you go to the movies with notebook and pen? How do you remember stuff for the reviews? I do not. I don't want to take away from my movie experience by acting like I'm working. I just watch the movie. I remember as much as I can. I take in as much as I can. I'm horrible with names, so usually I will IMDb and look the names of people up or characters up. Still get them wrong after the fact, of course, because I'm an idiot. And then that's just how it goes. And I even say whenever I do my spoiler recap videos or recap videos, I'm going off of the noggin. Sometimes I retain the information like 90%. Sometimes it's closer to maybe 50%. Depends on how much time has gone by and how memorable a movie was. Like, I'm going to do a spoiler recap for Bone Temple in a day or so. We'll see how well that goes. But it's fun either way. No, I don't. I do find going with people like Michael here. Michael from Michael the Movie Man. You can go subscribe to his channel too. He's a great guy. He's local in Minnesota. I just went to Bone Temple with him and we chatted about the movie afterwards for a good half hour or so. I find when I go to movies with other people, that really helps clear, things up for me or solidify my thoughts more. And just kind of bouncing ideas and concepts of the film off another person can really help kind of, open you up to some different interpretations or just get some more humor or some more observations out of the movie that I can provide for the review. And that's a very valuable thing for me. I used to do that with my buddies in South Carolina too, Andy and Bless and some of those guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. He wanted you to do a Cody or Sean impression. Okay, Sean. Sean's like crunched down a lot. He's got hit with really harsh light. He always looks kind of like sweaty to me because he's always like very energetic. Hey guys, we're going to be talking about 10 movies this summer that I really liked, but maybe wasn't expecting to. If you like the conversation, please go ahead and sub down below. We'll get started right away. In the 10 spot, I got Toy Story 45. I did not expect Woody to go all in this time, but oh my God, Pixar knocks it out of the park most of the time. They did it again here. In the number 9 spot, I have Free Willy 4. Didn't expect Free Willy to come back. Blown away by how good this one was. And then Cody's more chill. I don't know how to do Cody very well. He's got such a baritone, rich voice. Hey guys, it's Cody here, talking about the new. I can't even do Cody. I don't know if I've ever watched a Cody review. I've only talked with Cody a bunch of times. Yeah, I don't think I couldn't do Cody because I have not seen how he actually covers movies. I should probably watch some of his stuff more. And he watches these live streams from time to time and pops in, so 1,000 apologies, sir, but I cannot mock your approach. There's only one Cody. Have you ever watched a movie forgetting it's fiction for $2 from Peacock? Thank you. No, I don't. You know what? Actually, I take that back. The Martian with Matt Damon was so freaking well done. There was a point in the movie where I'm like, wait, we haven't even been to Mars. They didn't film this on Mars. How are they making this look so real? I wasn't actually like convinced or anything, but the movie I thought was so well crafted that there is that like level of disbelief that almost pulls you into the fantasy. His reviews are much more low key now. He started doing them sitting down and calm. Yeah, I remember when he was standing in front of the green screen, but I really don't think I've ever like fully listened to one of his videos. What's a movie that disappointed you immeasurably? I thought the concept to Don't Look Up was interesting, but hated the execution. I'm with you. I thought Don't Look Up was not great. Not great, but it had the right idea. Yo, Adam, I rewatch your videos all the time. You're hilarious. I appreciate that. My hope is that the videos are rewatchable, especially the roasts and the recraps. What is your wife's disease, by the way? Does it limit everything she does? My wife has Crohn's disease. Basically, she has to be very, very careful about what she eats. It also has I think, a pretty heavy anxiety component to it, basically, because she can get ill very quickly out of nowhere. And after having a lot of shakeups in the past, it's just hard hopping in a car sometimes because there is in the back of your mind that thought that at any moment I could become very sick, and if there's not like a bathroom nearby or something, that's dangerous. So yeah, she's on a medication for it. She's on a few different medications to monitor blood pressure and stuff too. I mean, she goes out, she works out and things like that, but I think for people with Crohn's and some of those types of disabilities or diseases with no cure, it's nice to be close to home and somewhere where at least you're comfortable at. So yeah, it definitely is a challenge for us from time to time when I'm like, hey, let's go out for the afternoon and do this and that. And she'll just be like, I really don't want to be out all day, because then she won't eat because she feels uncomfortable eating in public. Yeah, it's very challenging for sure. Have you ever watched a movie forgetting it's oh, I already answered that one. To that point though, it's not like she's an agoraphobe or anything. She goes out. We can do things. She's gotten so good with it over the years and how to manage it, and she knows her body so well. And because she exercises regularly, eats incredibly healthy, I mean, she hasn't had any like major health scares since we've been in Minnesota in this last year. She's been much healthier and much better. So Andy says, not gonna lie, I miss those out of theater gab fests. I do too, sir. I often watch your content when I'm feeling low because I find your vibe uplifting. That is the goal. That is the idea. To make people laugh, to take people away from some of the atrocities they might be facing or seeing, or just when you're feeling down, it's nice to have someone to laugh with, or sometimes at. I'll be the punching bag as well. That's no problem for me. All right, guys, I've been going for an hour and 50. I know for a lot of streamers that's nothing. They'll go for like 4 or 5 hours. I like to keep things around an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. If the super chats are great, if the commentary is great, I stay longer, which I have. I am happy to report that with 46 super chats and a good chunk of $10 ones, and we can add up those fives, I think we easily trounced the goal. We had a powerful $50 one that really kind of set the tone pretty early on in the day, and I appreciate that once again. We got one more here from Lone Wolf for $2. Get any final super chats in, because my phone battery I think is at like 2% now, so I'm gonna be too lazy to go get a charger. Plus it's 11. I like to have a warm glass of milk, a tummy rub, and get to bed at this point. Uh-oh. I think I lost my video, actually. Let me, hang on. I can do something about this. We're going off the computer camera. Different camera shot. Look at this. You get a different layout. You get to see the ceiling. You get to see more of the cement wall in the background. And you get to see the packing blankets that I hooked to the wall of my rental house. We're back. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Now you're blurrier than normal. Yeah, because I'm using the shitty like Mac cam. I had my iPhone. The iPhone died as I was warning would happen, and now we're using the final minutes with this shitty camera. Your hair is purple. Let's wrap up. We have one more super chat for $2. The day you do a Campia impression, I die. I don't ever watch Campia. I'm sorry. I don't know how Campia does his thing. I would have to watch one of his videos and really master it to understand how to do a cadence for Campia. 3% laptop battery left. Everything's dying. Everything's gone all over the place. All right, well, we'll end on this technical. See, I could have had the technical difficulty logo up again if this would have happened. Shot out of a cannon for $10 from Red Russell. Have you seen Hank Azaria reading Trump quotes in various Simpson voices on YouTube? Hilarious. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. I have not seen that, but I might have to check that out. Campia is anal retentive. Really? Well, I'll keep that in mind when I work on his impersonation. Did anyone watch the Matt and Ben Netflix movie trailer? I didn't bother. I didn't bother either. Well, since that $10 super chat came in, I feel like I have to wait at least another minute before I leave. Cement wall. Wait, are you in like the garage or something? No, I'm in an unfinished basement. So it's cement walls on this side, because in Minnesota you have to have, well, if you have a basement in Minnesota and it's underground, you got to cement that shit up. And then on this side, it's 2x4s because that's facing a finished set of the basement. So there's like one wing of this basement that's unfinished, and there's like a little alcove back here, and that's where I'm at. Look, I can give you a full studio tour over here now with this swivel cam. So we have this weird. We got a pipe over here, a PVC pipe. This is how the magic happens, guys. And then we have my packing blanket wall, which is what you see if I was actually like right there, you know, kind of like that. And then over here, what you saw over there is a shower curtain divider, which gives me my safe space. On the other side of that is a big open unfinished basement section that's got like a bunch of our storage stuff and kitchenware, and Connor's got like a boxing bag over there and some workout equipment. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, I'm in this tiny little area, and then I did the best I could to kind of decorate it up for the show. Got here a bit late, but good evening, Adam. Thank you, Tony. You got here a lot late. I'm about to wrap this shit up. We ended with a beautiful super chat, and I felt like I had to stay for another minute or so. Gonna comment here on Twitch, too. You might be the second person on Twitch. A low shot, quite frankly. It's about time. Yeah, I got sweatpants on tonight. I was in jeans, but we're in the sweats because it's cold. It's cold here in Minnesota. It's like -2 out. I could have sworn I saw somebody tied up. You weren't supposed... Did you get out? Did you get... Get back there. Sorry, nothing happened. You didn't hear or see anything. Sorry. And on that note, wait, hit 2, new record, baby! Yeah! I'm gonna have my last words be, I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right for him for so long. Good song. Is that Jefferson Starship? Let's go. It's 10 degrees here. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. It's 10 degrees in Minnesota. A balmy 10. One more super chat for $2. Strong female lead. And quite frankly, for the YouTube comments, it's about time. Oh, Air Supply. Wait, isn't Jefferson Starship... No, Jefferson Starship became Starship. Isn't Air Supply part of the same group, or is Air Supply and Starship the same band? No, Air Supply and Starship are not. They are two separate groups from the 80s. Both classic pop rock, often touring together. Starship evolved from Jefferson Airplane / Jefferson Starship. Okay, well, that's it. Starship just had a few different name changes. Air Supply from Australia. Thanks for the tour, but yes, it does look like a blanket, not a painted wall. I don't think I said it looked like a painted wall ever. I never made that claim. I never made that claim. I know what it looks like, but it's the best I could do. Wake me up before you go. Don't you leave me, nah. Okay, we gotta stop. Guys, it's been a blast. As always, now I'm looking at that camera. That phone's dead. Thank you guys for watching and getting to the kind of raw, uncut, uncensored camera angle we got here. More voyeuristic than usual. Look for those recaps. I'm going to have to finish Stranger Things, and I guess we're going to end with the Neutron Dance. I've been burning doing the Neutron Dance. I've been burning doing the Neutron Dance. And it's hard to say that